Today we're going to take a look at Word, and a lot of the overview that we're going to go through is very similar in both Excel, PowerPoint, as all these different programs are related. So I wanted to go through some basics with you. We're all used to opening a document, typing it, saving it, and probably double spacing or single spacing and putting it away. So I wanted to take a closer look. So when you open up a Word document, you usually open up to a set of templates, some pre-made designs for different types of documents. And then the most frequently used document when you open up Office 2013 is a blank document. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to open up a blank document today. And there are a lot of things that are staring us in the face, but what is it all about? So I wanted to start by identifying parts of the screen that you're looking at so you get familiar with the terminology. So beginning at the top where it says Document 1, Word, that is entitled the title bar. And as soon as you save a document, you will see the title of your document show up there. To the right, we have the Helps menu, which is a question mark. This gives you online support as well as anything built into the program itself. This gives you the ability to display the ribbon options. This whole top part of your menu is called the ribbon. And so we don't want to hide it. We need to make good use of the ribbon. Next to that, we have our minimize and maximize buttons, and then our close button. To the left, we have a quick access button. These are quick access buttons, those that you use often. For instance, this is a save button. This is the undo button, and this is a redo. So a lot of times you'll find that you need to change something that you've done quickly to go, that was a mistake. You can undo it. If you change your mind and say, no, I want to leave it, it's a redo button. You have the ability to add more buttons to this screen. So for instance, one of the things we use frequently would be spelling and grammar. So if I check that, it gets added to my quick access button line. So those things that you use frequently, it's a good idea to place them here on the quick access menu line. This next row are your tabs. So each tab is like a file folder. So I just clicked on File, and it takes me to more information, such as to print, save, open. The Save As button is for the first time you save a document because you need to name it. This arrow at the top here takes me back. So when I click on File, that's exactly where it takes me. I'll go to Open so you can take a look. When you go to Open, it asks you, where do you want to open a file from? OneDrive, which is an online storage cloud. Computer, which is where you'll be going most often to your device, or you can add another location. As you can see, I have a lot of recent documents. So I could open them, but if it's not there, I can go to Computer, and then I can browse for it. When I'm browsing, the most common place for most of us is to go to our computer. And if I click on Computer, I can see what drives I have available. C drive is usually the hard drive on your computer. And this is my external flash drive. In this case, it's an E drive. And then we have a DVD drive. So we'll be using this when we open files, and you'll be using it when you save files. You want to save things all in the same place. Notice there's still some other places that I can open and or save later. And desktop is where we've decided we're going to store most of the things for this class. So you have a lot of options down in Computer, and then up here you can find Desktop. Okay, and when you save on the desktop, it'll be readily available. You won't have to go searching for it. So I'm going to go back here to my documents, and back to my Word screen. So each of these tabs, there's a Home tab, Insert, and every time I click on a tab, I get a different set of buttons. A Design tab, Page Layout, References, Mailings tab, a Review. This is where you're going to find your spelling and grammar, thesaurus, things like a word count. Very, very helpful. A View tab, which changes the appearance of the screen that you see here below. And let's go back to the Home tab. This is the most frequently used tab for everyday work. And so when identifying, what do I need to do, where do I go, it'll usually be identified in your instructions by indicating what tab, such as a Home tab, and then the group. And these are the groups at the bottom of your ribbon. And so it may say Home tab, Font group, Underline. Home tab, Paragraph group, Center alignment. Home tab, Clipboard group, Copy button. Okay, so all buttons located on the ribbon are categorized in groups. When you see a little arrow by each group, this is called a launcher. Notice we have a group here called Editing. There is no launcher. The launcher is there to provide you the opportunity to locate more information. Let me go ahead and close Clipboard till later. So for instance, a font group. Let's look at what we've got. We've got style of font, size of font. We can increase the size of font, decrease the size of font. We can take our selected material and change the case from upper to lower to sentence case. We can clear all the formatting that we've done. Bold, italic, underline. This allows us to draw a line through our text. This allows us to do subscript, such as H2O, superscript, like x squared. This allows us to do special effects to whatever we've typed, some highlighting, and choosing colors of our font. So there's a lot of things in the font group, but the launcher opens up even more options. So here we also can do some shadows, some outline, embossing, engravings, everything in small caps, in all caps, bold, italic, regular, your whole font choice here of sizes, all your style choices. So, and whatever you choose, you'll see a little preview window. Some colors, underline options, and underline colors. So we've got, once again, we've got our title bar, we've got our tabs, we've got our groups, and within the group, the buttons that we need to access, or the launcher will be indicated in all your instructions. At the bottom of your screen, we have our status bar. This is our status bar. And the status bar indicates what page we're on, how many words we've typed, and you'll really like that when it comes to some of your assignments with your other classes. Over here, this has a different view. This is the read view. This is the print layout, and that's what we use most often. Then we can see what our finished document looks like most of the time. A web layout, which is just a full screen. I'm going back to print layout. And then one of the handiest tools is the zoom slider here in the bottom right hand corner. This does not change the size of your font or the size of your document, but it does sometimes allow you to zoom in and focus a little bit more on what you're trying to accomplish. Sometimes I zoom out so I can take a real close look at the layout of the whole document. So this gives you a little bit of an introduction to the screen. And so take time now to review the screen, try some other tabs, look at some of the other buttons. Hovering your mouse gives you lots of information, and then we will continue from here.